Hey everyone, today I'm here with Renzo Martel, who got 9th place at the Lenexa, Kansas Regional today, and he's going to be doing a deck profile for his...
4-axis Fire Fist.
Okay, let's get it done.
Okay, well, I started off with 2 Maxi. You know, you can never really go negative on Maxi. You chain into a lot of things. You go +0. Thins out deck. It's pretty good. 2 Fossil Dinas. This is my I main deck Fossil Dina because of the amount of stuff that's being special summoned. And if not, Fossil Dina works as a Vanity's Emptiness, especially with some of my secret tech cards. Like I use Shrink, and it works pretty good defending her. It works with Forbidden Lands and stuff. It really messes up with dragons. Then I have 2 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Boar. Boar, usually just if you get it first turn, you set it. They don't really know what you're playing. They attack into it. You special summon the bear. So you get that going for you. Second turn, you can ram into a monster, special summon a bear. Use bear's effect, pop, get bear's effect to set something. It's pretty good. Then you have your standard stuff. 3 Wolf Bark. You know, Wolf Bark's pretty good. Then you have Dragon, 5 Fists of the Brotherhood Dragon. It's a pretty good card. I did not use her effect to send 2 cards to the graveyard to special summon a Fire Fist, but I did use her effect to search out the trap cards, which was pretty good because damage step is too powerful. 1 Gorilla, get rid of the back row, destroys monsters by battle. You set a 5 formation spell card, pretty good. 3 Bear, because he's like the staple of the deck. I did, for the fire formations, I did 2 Fire Formation Tensen. Fire Formation Tensen is pretty good. I mean, you do it during the damage step, there's not much they can do about it. They can Fiendish chain your monster, so the attack goes through, and most people are caught off guard when you attack them with a lower attack monster. But some of them already know what's up. So, for my staple traps, I did these 4. I did Compulse, Torrential Tribute, and Mirror Force. I don't run Solemn Warning because I don't think Solemn Warning is too good in the format. I mean, it's 2,000 life points, and I don't know, it just negates one thing, and now it's all about just going crazy, so one thing is not good at all anymore nowadays. I don't do any bottomless or deep dimensional prisons because I do main deck 2 Imperial Iron Wall, so that would be a conflict of interest. I do 2 Mirror Force because it's good, doesn't target, destroys everything. Torrential Tribute for the same reason. And then Compulsory Vacation Device because it doesn't destroy, it sends back, so it's pretty good like that. Then Dark Hole, because Dark Hole. Forbidden Lands because you need to protect those Fire Fist monsters' attacks going through. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon because I do run I do run 2 of these things. Fire Formation Gyokus. Fire Formation Gyoku is pretty great. It it prevents your monster, your opponent from activating the card. They can activate it in response to it. So what I would do is usually if they had no back row and I wanted my attacks to go through next turn, I would set this with Bear's Effect or something, or Tiger King or whatever, and set that. They know it's down. They know what card it is. So then they're hesitant to set something because they know I'm just gonna Gyoku it, and it really helps out getting attacks through. And I have 2 Fire Formation Tenki because that's self-explanatory. 2 Part of Dualities since I don't special too much. I can just stand on a bear or set a board or something. Then 2 Tensu because I think 3 gets kind of cloggy and it's pretty good. I mean, most of the time I just use it for Fuel for Bear or something. Then I do 2 Call of the Haunted because Call of the Haunted is actually really, really powerful card, I think, in my opinion. I use it with Wolf Bark. I probably Wolf Bark, Dina, Fossil Dina, Passive Lethal, Passive whatever, Pacephalo. You activate Call of the Haunted, get Wolfbark back, then Wolfbark special summons another monster. Then you can go into an XC or something. Sometimes I have like another monster, another Fire Fist monster laying around. So then I just sit on that Wolfbark, then do a Cardinal, and then bounce crap back. It's just ridiculous how good this card is. Also, Call of the Haunted. When you combine it with Fossil Do Not Pacephalo, like they activate Rekindling. Like I was playing one of the top tables against some guy using Rekindling. He activates Rekindling, Call of the Haunted. His Rekindling's dead. He can't do anything. And then Fossil Dyna, you can just stand on Fossil Dyna. She's just pretty strong. 2 Imperial Iron Wall because the meta, it poops on a lot of decks. Pretty good card. 2 Fiendish Chains. If there's anything I'm gonna change about the deck, it's probably the Fiendish Chains. I do run a lot of back row already, so my back row gets kind of like cloggy at times, and that when they like XYC with their monsters or synchro, then they just become dead back row cards, and it becomes really annoying because then I can't set stuff. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put breakthrough skills in them in place of them. So, and then MVP card of the day, Shrink. With everybody nowadays, it's like siding Royal Decree against me, siding like trap stuns and stuff because they know I'm just gonna like try to like fire formation tension them. So I declare an attack. They know I'm gonna like activate something crazy. They think it's a fire formation tension, so they just like trap stun me or something. Guess what? Damage step comes. I shrink their monster. My monster destroys them. It gets their effect off, and since it's a spell card, I'm still able to like activate it without having that consequence. So Shrink did put in a lot of work. It like took down like 2 Star Eaters because I had like Bear with like 100 boost, and then like Star Eater came down to 16 or something. No, not Star Eater. What card was that? Felgrand. Yeah, Felgrand. This is pretty good, and since it was during the damage step, Felgrand couldn't activate his effect, so yeah. And that was for it for the main deck. It's 40 cards, 14 monsters, 14 spell cards, and 12 trap cards. So now to move on into the side deck. I run 2 synchros. My 2 synchros I run are Crimson Blader because you're only limited to fire level 8s. So, and I don't think the Kirin, the Fire Formation of the Brotherhood Kirin is actually a pretty good card. So I just do 2. Stops a lot of decks. Is really good card. So, yep, it's that. And this card won me so many matches against the Dragons. Right here. So there's the guy goes and plays Return from Different Dimension, gets one of each of his dragons back, and like a Lava Ball guard, and I'm like, crap, like he's gonna get them back to his hand because I had Imperial Iron Wall, so he's just gonna pop my Imperial Iron Wall with Blaster next turn. So I'm like, what can I do? So I'm like, you know what? I have a Wolfbark that I haven't used this effect. I have in Fire Fist and another Fire Fist in my graveyard. Revive the Fire Fist, go into a Cardinal, shoot back his Redox, and Blaster back to the deck. And I end with Wolfbark. So then after that, he really can't do anything because Imperial Iron Wall just stops him from doing anything. Pretty good card. It also helped me like bounce back like random stuff that people might want to have in their graveyard. So it's a pretty good card. It also bounces stuff like Stardust and whatnot, but I didn't use it too much for that. So the reason I didn't use it too much is actually because this guy right here, probably like the most card that I XYC into. Best move I did today was go Wolfbark. My opponent had a field full of lava monsters and whatnot, so I just go Wolfbark, Tiger King, set a Tanky, activate Tanky, search for another Wolfbark. Then I have like 3, I had a Tanky, a Tencent, and I think like a Gyoku or something. So I had activate Dark Hole. No, before I activate Dark Hole, I activate Tiger King's effect, negates everything on the field. He had like a Stardust. So then I activate Dark Hole, destroys this whole field. he gets destroyed, then I activate his effect when he gets destroyed. I used his effect twice today, but it won me games because then I was able to special summon a wolf bark and a bear. Then I special summoned again with wolf bark. Then I made a cardinal and then cardinal back his stuff and then stood on wolf bark. It was ridiculously good. Then I have Utopia Ray. Just because Utopia is pretty good, and Utopia Ray because I don't really have that much space in my extra deck. Maestro. I'll probably run 2 Maestros next time. It's a really great card. I'll probably drop Utopia Ray or something. Then I have Gaga Cowboy. Good card. Can go to 3,000. Well, 25, but then it lowers monster by 500, so I just say 3,000. So. Diamond Dire, 2 Diamond Dires because we have all beasts and beast warriors and stuff, so that helps like that. Then Abyss Dweller, didn't really use him today, but he would have been good against the Mermail matchup or something like that. Then Crazy Box because of skill drain, you can run over the dragons when they have skill drain up or something. And then Photon Papal Operative because she's a good rank 4 and she helps finish those game offs, but I didn't use her today, so. And that was 15 cards. And then for the extra deck, I did Debunk because I couldn't find anything else. I'm gonna probably switch this to a Soul Drain. Would be so much better. So this is probably gonna be gone next time. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors. For the zombie matchup, I didn't have a zombie matchup, but inside I did. I played 2 Evil Swarms maybe? No, 1 Evil Swarm. I sided it in against them, but it was just overkill. Like Firefist already have a good matchup against Evil Swarm, so I didn't really need the card. So I think he MSC'd it anyway. So goes in match for the dragon matchup. Didn't really use it any other time because I pretty much used like burst bougings and stuff that was just like 1 attribute. So. I had Imprisoning Mirror. I faced Bougings and what was the other one? Bougings and Constellars. Yeah, destroyed Constellars. Like I won first game, second game I got 2 of them up at the same time. He couldn't do anything. I kept beating him down, dwindling down his resources, and it's just a pretty good card. And then Mistake because Mistake is great. This deck doesn't actually add cards to the hand other than Tanky. And when I did side a Mistake, I would side out Dualities because they add to the hand. So Mistake is pretty good. It stops. I didn't do it against dragons, but I did it against a Nordic deck because they searched a lot. I would have used it against spellbooks, but I didn't play any today. So then 2 Kaikus because sometimes I'm just afraid of like oversighting into trap cards. So Kaiku's also like a nice Imperial Iron Wall. Not as good, but also banishes, so it helps against a few decks like Lava Balls and Zombies, which I used it in Lava Balls. 3rd Maxi because 3 Maxis. Thunder King because Thunder King is pretty good. Thunder King puts in work with Call of the Haunted. You negate their monster, then they like do another play to summon another monster. You call the Haunted Thunder King, and you can negate again. So that's always pretty good, and especially against zombies. I didn't use it today, but when I was playing at locals, that malicious Plague Spreader play, he tried a malicious Plague Spreader for the first time. I had Thunder King out. He knew I was gonna negate. I negate. He does that second thing, so he special summons his second malicious Plague Spreaders again, and I call it the Haunted when he Plague Spreaders again, and then he's forced to go into like the level 8 because he just, he was just gonna lose, so he just kind of scoops there, so because he was mad. And then my 2 Mystical Spaceline Foons because I always sided those in because you never know what people are gonna side against you, so it's always good to have that removal. And yep, that was my deck and my extra deck and side deck. So.
Okay, thanks Renzo, and good luck in your next regional.
Thank you.